So hey guys, and welcome back again. And now hope you are enjoying this all the series which is on the Tkinter. Also you are just I hope you are just entering all the code that I am talking about in every single section, and it's necessary. Okay, so if you are just watching the videos and you just say that hey it's like that, but you doesn't want to try it, then it's not gonna helpful for you. Okay, so just try it by yourself because all the things it needs with practical impact. Okay, so let's just say that if you're not doing any practical, then this is like so weird thinking. Just do the practicals and all things have been just simple for you. Okay, and now let's talk about grid. Oh, now you can see this. I'm just creating one more file which is grid, but I'm just talking about grid layout. Okay, so what is layout? First of all, what is layout? Layout means that which can contains your all the things. Okay, which like related to maybe it's button, it's label, it's entry, and lot more things. Okay, just importing the widgets. So all the things have been just contained by the layout, and we are just using in the previous sections we are using the pack, so that's why it's contained a by default layout. It's not like we are wanted to add some double components in one row or one column, but that's not possible with the help of pack, but you can do all the things with the help of grid, and that's really good. Okay, so let's get started, and I'm just talking about grid layout. Okay, so first of all we need to we need to introduce two things. You can just type it here, but I just wanted to copy paste work, and let's create one main variable which is root, and then we are just let's say create some labels and some buttons. Okay, so I'm just creating this label one is equal to, let's say, okay, why is this lambda here? Okay, label, and in the label give them a root and text. All right, so I just giving them text, and after the text in the label I just say that I wanted to create a login form. Okay, so that's we can understand better how its grid layout are going to actually work. So let's take a login form here. Okay, so login form, and that's pretty much it. And now uh, let me just duplicate it, so that's why where I need a four labels of it, so I can just do a lot more things. Now first label is that login form, and second which is say that hey you need to type a username here. Okay, so this label is going to be needed, and then my third label which is password. Okay, and this is my password, and my fourth label which is waiting is for answer. Okay, so now it's all the fine, and now let's me just change the name, so that's why we can understand it better way. So is that all simple? So now here we need to create a button. Okay, so let's get started, and I'm just creating one button. I just need only one button. Okay, so uh, this is, oh, it's a button, right? I'm just forwarding it. Let's just give them a root, and then give them a text is equals to login, and that's pretty much it. If I wanted to add some more functionalities after clicking on the button, then I need to give them a command. So I'm just giving them a command, and in the command I can say that hey login, and after the assigning the tk I need to create a one more definition, or you can say that it's function. Okay, so def keyword is all about definition, so I'm just, you know what, I'm just ignoring it. Okay, so def function, and then I just creating it as a login, and in the login I'm just creating this, and in the what I wanted to do is after this command will execute, label 4 will be assigned as a config. It will assign as a login successful. Okay, so login, I'm not assigning the lot more things, I'm not assigning the whole algorithm, it's true, it's not, it false, like that. I'm just creating a simple thing so you can understand what is exactly the grid layout is. So login successful, and that's pretty much it. Okay, and after that I just say that you know what, it's all about grid layout, so that's why we can't use pack keyword. Okay, we need to use a grid keyword. So if you wanted to access a grid layout, you need to get a grid keyword, but before we're talking about grid keyword, I need to just say that it's working like tables and row. Okay, so if you wanted to say that this is your row, and if you wanted to add something in a row, you need to assign them a column. Okay, so this is your row and this is your column. Okay, if you wanted to assign at row number 0, row and columns always start with the 0. Okay, so you wanted to assign something on the row, if you need to give row is 0, and which column you wanted to put. If you wanted to put on the front of first column, then you need to give them a 0. And if you wanted to assign your keyword, or if you wanted to assign your widgets on to the second point, then you need to give them a second column. Okay, so this is your second column, so you can say that column is equal to 1. Okay, so it's your choice. It is a 0. Okay, and it's a 1. Okay, it's 2, it's 3, it's 4 column. Okay, and if you wanted to give them a row is like this: row 0, row 1, row 2, row 3. Okay, as all about. So let's just ignore that. If you doesn't understand, just remove in the things, and let's move forward. Okay, so now here is the twist. If whether I wanted to put my first login form, okay, so my first label, I just wanted to put label on the top of that. Okay, so obviously I need to get a label at 1 is equals to okay, I don't need to give is equal to, I just say that grid, and that's pretty much it. Now in the grid, I just talking about that rows and columns. You need to put some as what parameters for that. So row is equal to, I'm just talking about that row is 0, because I just wanted to put my label onto the front of the site, which is like on the top of the layout. Okay, so row is 0, and also the column is, obviously column is on 0, because I just wanted to put at first column. Okay, so that's why that pretty much it. And let's take a look of label 2 dot grid. Okay, I need to just use command D for that. I just wanted to get a row on first column, because of in the first, oh sorry, I just giving the row on the first side, because row first our label is on row number 0, and next in the next row, which is 1, I need to give my second label, which is username. Okay, so we are not creating entries here, so I need to create an entry here. Entry 1 is equal to, oh, ttk. Okay, obviously ttk dot, and now ttk, what is this entry, let's take a root, and after that let's text will be 0. Okay, I don't want to give them any kind of hint here, because I already give them a hint, which is here. Okay, so let me just command T here, and that's pretty much it. So now we are creating our entries, and let's just say that after the label, which is on column number 0, because I just wanted to put column on 0, so that's why its column is 0. Okay, that's pretty much it. And after the assign the label, we can assign all the labels in the single. It doesn't put like a pack method. Okay, it's not working like a pack method. Okay, so let's get started. Firstly, I'm just assigning control D, so that's why I duplicate all the things, and my third label will be on row number 2, which is row 2, and column number 0, obviously. And then my weighting, which is on row number 4, because in the row number 3 I just wanted to put my button here. Okay, so that's why my last label will be on last position. Okay, so row 4 and column number 1, because after click on the button, after assigning the button in the back side, I just wanted to put my result onto the column number 1. Okay, that's pretty much it to understand. And after that, let's talk about button also. Okay, button grid, and in the button, my button will be on row number 3, and column is 1. Okay, so let me just assign it row. It is it on 3, and my column, it's so simple, it's not so weird. If you are thinking like, hey, you are talking about some hard thinking, I can't understand it, it's a lot more easier. Okay, you just need to repeat a video if you want. And row number 1, and that's pretty much it. It's assigned. Okay, and then after it, I think all things have been just assigned, but just entry 1. Okay, and the entry 1, I just wanted to assign the entry on row number 1 but column number 1. Okay, after the assign the label, which is on username, it will be surely get front of the site. Okay, so let me just assign it so that you can understand it better. On the row, I just wanted to put a row number 1 and column which is 1. Okay, obviously. And then my entry second, okay, my entry second is on grid, and after the grid I just wanted to put row is equals to and the second position, and my column will be on 1. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And what I need to do, root dot my geometry. Okay, and in the geometry I'm just assigning 400 which is a width and 400 is my height. Okay, and after that root dot main loop, which is our last keyword. Obviously it's take all the things, so that's why it's needed. And if I just run it here, okay, let's take run it here. Now you can see this. Okay, it's amazing, like it's like a login form, but we can change lot more things with it. After click on login form, you can see this unknown option, login successful. Because of we are not assigning the text here, it's my mistake, it's completely my mistake, I know. And if a user like Sanket and password 123456, that's pretty much it, you can do it. Okay, for the password you can say that I think in the previous sections we were talking about that, but not we are not talking about that, it's completely wrong. Okay, so what you can do is into2 dot config. In the config you can say show is equals to, and in the show you can say that hashtag or maybe star, it's secured your password. Okay, so let's get started and let me just run it here. If I just type username is Sanket, and if I just talking about the password, you can see this, I'm just entering my password, but it's always show that hashtags. You can tell them you can just show them star or maybe in dot, which you really like. Okay, it's your choice completely, and as always it's completely your choice. And that's pretty much it. And now after the login form, login successful, that's pretty much it, and it's working. Okay, it's still working. Okay, so let's get started. And now you can see this. I just wanted to put login form onto the middle section. I just wanted to put my login form onto the middle section of username and password. So how can I do this? And I just wanted to put my button which is similar to this entry. So how can I do this? Let's do it. Okay, so let's get started. And first we need to just say that like where is my button? Button is here. Okay, so I need to just set my, you know what, sticky. Oh, okay, what is sticky? So sticky is one kind of tool which can say that, hey, if you wanted to put your you know what, if you wanted to put your widget onto the left side or the right side, west or east, so you can say that west plus east. So that's why it can consider as, hey, you wanted to put your button at west plus east. So if I just run it again here, so now you can see this, our button has been set it out, completely set it out. Okay, so that's where you can use it. It's almost simple. Okay, it's completely depend upon you, how can you manage. Now let's take an example of our first label, which is we wanted to set the label onto the, you know what, I just wanted to set my label onto the center of username and passwords and entries. Okay, so how can I do this? It's a simple column, you need to give them a column span, and that's pretty much it. And you can say that 2. So column span, what it is reducing all the things. It is reducing what. So this is our table layout, right? It is the first it is column number 0, it is column number 1, right? So it can merge these 2 columns into the one. It convert to row 1 and 2 columns for this. Okay, so let's take a example here. And I just wanted to change one more thing with it. Okay, so label 1 dot config. Okay, so in the config I just wanted to type you know what, font. Okay, so I just wanted to change my font here. So font can be work as a times, and it's 14, and that's pretty much it. And if I just rerun this program, now you can see this is amazing, right? So you can just type it here, you can just say that, hey, hashtag, and when I'm clicking it, login successful, it's done. So that's pretty much it for this video, because of we are talking about all the things which is related to the grid layout and how you can use the grid layout for yourself. Try by yourself, it fully depends on you how you can actually grab the all things. It's pretty much simple, it's not like that it is so hard. You need to just try it by yourself. Okay, so hopefully you're enjoying this entire series, and if you're enjoying, just subscribe to my channel for more updates and like the video, please. Let's catch me up in the next one.